morning to our Facebook viewers. I'm Marguerite Walsh of Henry Schein Dental, and I'm sitting here with Ken Widelka, the Executive Director of the American Association of Endodontics and Foundation for Endodontics. We're broadcasting live here from the AAE's annual meeting in New Orleans, Louisiana. Ken, thanks so much for joining us today. We're happy to have you with us on Henry Schein Chats. Can you tell me a little bit about the meeting and what it means to your membership here?
Sure. Marguerite, thank you so much for the invitation. I really appreciate this and the opportunity. Henry Schein has been a very generous supporter of AAE. In terms of this meeting, it's really just the nexus of what is occurring related to endodontics. It is the meeting place for members and non-members, or all endodontists throughout the world, that really seek to advance their education. And so that's the primary reason that they come, is for our programming. The programming is exceptionally strong at this meeting, but they also come to do some networking and to meet some of their vendors and to meet in this marketplace. So it's been a great opportunity. We have about 4,000 attendees coming this year.
Wow.
We're approaching a record number, which we're really pleased at. Again, we've really just become the international meeting for endodontists.
Yeah. I heard some excitement yesterday about some of the live surgeries that was going on. So it seems like the whole educational curriculum is just great at this year's meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, those are great opportunities for the practitioner to advance their studies. We really, again, thank you for your sponsorship of that, those specific 3D surgeries. I had not really sat in on 3D surgeries previously. There's something about seeing them in 3D that really brings them to life in a manner that that was revealing to me as a non-dentist.
Yeah, it was great. We were talking to an endodontist here right from Baton Rouge. He was commenting about the surgery, how it's an actual live patient there, and they're doing actual surgery right there. It was just terrific. It was great.
It was a good opportunity. I know that the vendors that contributed, the vendors that provided some in-kind support, have found a good return on that investment.
Yeah.
We're also trying something new at these meetings and trying to see what resonates with our members. That seemed to be really exceptionally well received.
Yeah, I guess you always have to keep it fresh and interesting, right?
Try, learn, and adapt from those things.
Absolutely. So can you tell me a little bit about the association?
Sure.
And your members?
I'd love to tell you a little bit about the association and a little bit about the foundation.
Sure.
The AAE is 8,000 members strong, and we're really exceptionally proud. It spans the spectrum from everything from residents to life members that have been with us for 40 years and beyond. But since it is the entire spectrum, it includes every possible combination of membership. It also has a growing and emerging international membership component. We're really finding that our membership from a country other than the United States is growing at a rate of about 15% a year for the last couple of years. In part, they take the opportunity to come to this meeting. They have their own meetings. They take the opportunity to meet with the leadership of the AAE. But it's an opportunity really is, again, the nexus of everything that occurs for them to come to the meeting here. We're also finding that our programming has really been innovative and addresses some of the emerging needs that our members have, whether it's in terms of technology, whether it's in terms of just what's occurring in practice models. It's an opportunity to have a marketplace, and that's exactly what this is.
We saw that specifically yesterday. I was amazed at how many practitioners from all different countries were here.
Sure.
Specifically here for the education and part of the association.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It is. It's been a great show thus far.
Yeah, that's great. And the foundation you mentioned, you wanted to
Sure, just
say
a little
few
bit
words
of
about that? Or?
Absolutely, Marguerite. Thank you. The foundation, has a number of different objectives, and one of those objectives is improved access to care to underserved populations. We've taken it upon ourselves to start mission trips to the country of Jamaica, where we're partnering with an existing group down there to help our members, some of our younger members, resident members, perform root canal treatments with an audience, a patient population down there, that their only alternative would really be to have a tooth pulled. And as you know, in this day and age, how important it is to have your natural dentition. And so, there's some very, very grateful individuals down there for the work that we do. And then we also do a great deal of support here in terms of supporting education, supporting specific members in their research strategies. So it's a great opportunity to blend what the association does with what the foundation does.
Yeah, what great work, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah, that's great. So it's definitely an exciting time in dentistry. We all know that, specifically endodontics. Can you tell me what the AAE, what they see as far as trends in the industry and maybe some upcoming future trends?
Sure. As part of a strategic planning exercise that we just completed over the last year, we did an environmental scan. And as a result of that environmental scan, we're finding that emerging technology solutions, workplace solutions, how the endodontist performs in the office are really some of the most relevant things that are emerging out there, and of greatest concern for the endodontist to stay contemporary. Our members to a person are really interested in delivering the highest level of patient care, and it's a marketplace like this that allows them to do that. But that's the trends. They come to us for education and programming. And so this is education taught by endodontists to endodontists specifically. Some of the other emerging trends that we're seeing is a little bit of organized dentistry, corporate dentistry. It hasn't been as well integrated into the endodontist area. We're really finding that less than 10% of our members belong to a corporate dentistry group, although that is a growing trend. We're also finding that in terms of what our members are looking for is just a great experience in managing their practices. And so we offer them some opportunities to address that, so in terms of advocacy and in terms of how they manage their practice. Managing the practice is a key concern in that they come into the field to really practice endodontists, but yet have an entire practice, everything from recruiting, managing an office, outfitting an office. And so that too is an area where the needs have always been there, but they're really becoming pretty acute as they compete against other endodontic practices and with general dentists to perform root canal treatments.
At Henry Schein, we're seeing the same trends too. When I started at Henry Schein 25 years ago, we were a company that sold supplies via a catalog and telesales. We didn't have anybody in the field. And over the years, we've just transformed into a company and our focus is really to help the practitioner build a better practice. So we offer all sorts of, equipment, technology. You mentioned practice management, the EndoVision software. We saw the integration yesterday. They were talking about some Simplify. It was just amazing. So we focus on the practice care. So we support the practitioner in that so that they can focus on patient care. That's always been our motto that we live with, and everything that we do is all around trying to provide the support that the practice needs in running a better business.
Sure, I know Henry Schein, he has quite a dental practice supporting the general dentists and the specialist. In this case, the support that you provide to the endodontic specialty, whether it's to the general dentist or to the specialist, is really valuable because we're really finding that in terms of working with the patients, being direct in terms of their elevated levels of care and the science and practice of what they do, they're looking for partners and they're looking for education from the association, but they're also really looking for some of the tools from some of our vendors such as EndoVision and Henry Schein.
We don't want the practitioner to have to worry about their business and just focus on the patient to provide the highest level of care. So that's what we're here for, to help them.
Good.
So
that's great. You provide some great tools and the opportunity to partner and advance that has been great. You've also allowed us to expand our reach. Not sure this would be exactly the same meeting without your support here.
Thank you. We're excited to be here. We're
Great.
always very supportive. So I know that you have some strategic goals of the association. Would you
Sure.
like to share some of that with us today? Or?
I'd love to, Marguerite. So as I mentioned, the association went through a strategic planning exercise. We did an environmental scan, and we sought a lot of input from members, from our vendors, from the entire community in which we serve. And we're really finding that there's 3 different population groups that we need to make sure that we address in our strategies going forth. Now, these are enduring strategies, so they won't be completed in a year or so, but these are, enduring core values, enduring mission, and vision of the organization. On top of that list is really making sure that we put the patients first, and that
Yes.
we educate patients on the value of keeping their natural teeth.
Yes.
And so at the forefront of that, so it's a trend, and our reaction to that is to help develop a campaign to build awareness to patients on the value of keeping their natural teeth. Some of that is really just going to occur in direct-to-patient digital media strategies in a manner that really wasn't an option, previously, where you had to do big broadcast strategies or big print strategies. So that's one. Another one is really, appealing to the general dentist. And I'd say that Endovision is a supporter of Root Canal Awareness Week, where a lot of our strategies there are geared towards the general dentist. We really rely a great deal on referring dentists for cases, and then we refer those cases back. So in those cases, it's great to be able to have some specific strategies in a week dedicated specifically to Root Canal Awareness Week. Our last area is really going to be related to our members and the association itself. And I think there, we need to just provide advocacy. We need to build awareness, not just, in terms of why it's important to save teeth, but we need to help protect the specialty and help advance the specialty in a manner that is, consistent with what other specialties are doing out there. And I think of the orthodontist, where I think, there's a common knowledge of what the benefits of orthodontia really are. I think we really want to understand and educate the public a little bit more so, there's root canal treatments, but really what are the outcomes of that? That's the relief of pain, that's the relief of infection, that's the ability to save your tooth. So those are some of our efforts that we're putting forth in our next set of strategies here.
Well, we look forward to working with you to help you achieve those goals over the next few years.
Thank you. I know that Root Canal Awareness Week is coming up in May 7th through 13th, and again, we really appreciate Endovision and Henry Schein for all of their support.
That's great. Well, thanks so much for joining us. It was great to meet you and to have this chat with you, and look forward to working with you again.
Pleasure as always. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to our Facebook viewers. We hope you tune in again for another version of Schein Chats. Thank you.